Snowflake was down roughly 12% in the month of August, as investors were quickly reminded by the company's growth decelerating against high expectations. However, things might be changing. This morning, the stock was upgraded by an analyst on Wall Street by the name of D.A. Davison, in which they initiated research coverage of the stock with a buy rating. Analysts from the firm contended that the cloud data provider is in an advantageous position due to its best-in-class growth rates, along with a boost from the increased demand from AI. Now, it does concern me because Jim Cramer came on the air and also gave his thumbs up on the stock. Let's listen in.
It's time for Jim and Stop Trading.
Great piece today by Davidson about Snowflake. I think a lot of people don't realize that if you have AI, you actually need I. You need someone at the company who really understands things. Frank Slootman, who is the genius of Snowflake, is actually using AI to his advantage. And I think that people should take a look at this report or do some homework on Snowflake, because I think the stock is making a big move here. And Slootman is the guy you can rent the cloud. It's a great business model, and he's a terrific guy. He's a very tough guy.
The quarter wasn't too bad, right?
No, and after he had spoken to me at the CNBC Great CEO Council, and he was very downbeat. Well, he's singing a new tune now. But I do emphasize that you do need some economic activity. There's some economic sensitivity to Snowflake, which is what he was worried about. And I'm a little more bullish in the economy than a lot of these people.
Well, I'm just thinking, but after snow...
So the company reported earnings back on August 23rd, and they showed a year-over-year product revenue growth of 37%. This was a substantial drop from its growth rate of 70% in fiscal 2023, and it was much lower than the growth rate of 50% in the fiscal first quarter. Snowflake's ambitious goal has elevated investors' expectations to sky-high levels. In the not-so-distant past, Snowflake stock traded at an expensive price-to-sales ratio of over 100%. However, not uncommon for a small company, but highly unusual for a large-cap stock like Snowflake. Also during August, investors got information on one of Snowflake's biggest competitors, the privately held company Databricks. But in seeking new funding, financial details came out. Databricks is reportedly generating over $1 billion in annualized revenue and growing at 70% year over year. Considering Databricks' growth is better, it's possible Snowflake is losing to its competitors. The seeds of doubt have at least been sown in investors' minds. Nevertheless, market expectations may have just been too high for the stock to outperform the market, but perhaps a lower valuation and a chance at better growth in the future will improve performance for shareholders. So typically when Jim Cramer comes out with a buy or sell recommendation, you want to do opposite. However, in this case, if we zoom out to the monthly chart, the chart suggests price has bottomed. And although price has been sideways for the better half of 14 months, potentially price is in the process of forming what I love are W patterns, which are bullish reversal patterns on a price chart. Now, what I was expecting was price to continue to decline just to give us that double bottom near the 121 level. Not to say it can't still happen, but that would be confirmation for me that the bottom is in. Nevertheless, if price doesn't put in another bottom, before you get bullish, price has to take out this 200-day support resistance band. What's also significant about this level and where it's at is the 200 represents a round hole psychological number. Let's go down to the daily chart. And again, you can see how it's been just sideways. And when you're in the middle here, and if you're taking trades, you got to expect to get chopped up. Whereas if you're taking trades at the extremes, for example, shorting here at 200, taking profits at 124, going long at, say, 125, taking profits at 175. This is how you want to trade. You want to trade the imbalances between the buyers and the sellers. Typically, let's scroll out to the weekly. Typically, when you're in the middle, price is at fair value. There's even buyers and sellers. You know, this is why you're getting all these wicks here. You know, there's just a lot of indecision. No one's really in control, except when you get to the extremes. So again, yes, for the bag holders of Snowflake, you got some good news, but price is not in an area where you should be taking action. If you're in it, well, hopefully the good news pushes up where you can take some profits at $200. If you want to get in it, well, you need a catalyst for price to move down to that 121, 125 level before going long. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.